Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 61 of Direwolf 20's Let's Play series. I am getting all set up and ready to do cool things. Pretty much work on some upgrades that we were working on last episode. So let's get cooking with what we've got here. I need to get all my stuff back into my inventory because I gave you guys all kinds of cool things to play with last episode, didn't I? Yes, I did. So let's go ahead and put this away, and we can see where we're at with stuff and things. To note, something important to tell you guys, I have updated to the currently not recommended version, 1.1.1 of the Direwolf 20 pack. So this is like got massive number of updates, tons of updates. I think almost every mod is probably updated at some point. And we've got all kinds of cool things. Like you'll notice my Lexica Britannia has a nice new fancy interface. Ooh, achievement get. And we've got all kinds of other cool things. The Thaumic has some new gadgets and toys for us to play with that we're definitely going to want to look at. Now we've got the new version of Thaumcraft. Tons of new things to do and see. So I'm excited about that, and I wanted to give you guys just a heads up. It's not recommended as of the time of me recording this, but by the time this video goes live, it may be recommended. So you guys will probably be on the same version, so you shouldn't have any problems either way. The world download should be okay for you guys. If you do have any issues, just let me know. For now, let's take a look at what's up. So you can see here we've got the stinky little air node, which I'm just going to get rid of because he's pretty much dead. See ya. And this dinky little aura node that has a little bit of Herba and Terra and air in it, but we don't need him. And, oh, this guy. He's got a ton of Aqua, Ignis, Perdito, Terra, Air, and Ordo. Ordo is the one he has the least of, but like I said, it's a square root of the amount that's in there, so we'll probably wind up with at least 6 and up to 8 for the Aqua for the different types. And I believe that the complex aspects, when we convert this to an energy-based node, will break down into their pure aspect types. So let's get this thing moved and find out where we want to put this thing in our Thaumcraft area. So we've got a couple options. Let's go in and take a look. So where do we want this fancy thing set up? That's a really good question. Clearly this room is going to continue to be the wand recharge, but to be totally honest with you, we don't really need it to stay the wand recharge station, but I just like the way this room looks, so I kind of wanted to keep it. I might even like finish up with my different, aura node things and see what happens, but technically you really don't need that thing to continue. I'll show you why in a minute here, but let's snag our wand. Excellent. Cool. That must be where my wires are coming through. That's why that doesn't... Yeah, that's the wires going through. So they're just covers and stuff. So let's see. What do I want to do? Where do I want to put this thing? That's a good question. I'm thinking it could either go here. So it would be like boom to boom with the aura node in the middle there, right? That wouldn't get too much in the way of my things and stuff, but... my other option is to have it down here somewhere, and it could be something like here and here, and that would be opposite of this one. That could be cool. That might be something we might want to do. It is right by my thing here, but it'll give me more room to expand any other automations I want to do, and then I can definitely get the power charging station running upstairs, and that might be neat. I like the idea of that. So let's do it. Let's kick it into gear. So first things first. You go away. This here goes into there and click. Nice. Glad that still works in the current version of the pack. And from there we've got this awesome node. So you know what we need to do? We already did it. So I'm probably going to do this off camera. But what we need to do is build ourselves a node transducer and a node stabilizer. So why don't I do the crafting off camera, and then we will come back to do all kinds of cool stuff. Alright, so step 1, we're going to need 2 of the node stabilizers, and then we need to request what for this guy? Blocks of redstone and a comparator, okay? Okay, all those cool guys, and a couple iron ingots. Sweet. So we've got the node transducer, and while we're at it, let's get that redstone block, because you know you're going to want that. because we really don't ever want to turn this system off that we're about to turn on here. So let's node stabilize it first. Boom. Cool, nice and stabilized. Look at that. I'm going to turn off the Whala overlay real quick just so you can see the massive number of aspects in there. Looking good. Let's go ahead and kick this guy on and redstone signal to get going. So you can see everything quickly draining, and it should stabilize here in just a moment. Wow, that's a lot of aspects. That's kind of cool, though. I'm a little excited, can you tell? All right, so I think what we'll do is we'll come back here. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's stabilizing. We'll probably come back here once this is done because I'm not sure how long this is going to take, and I don't want you guys to have to watch paint dry on YouTube. So we'll be right back. All right, so we're back, and I'm a little bit bummed because we only do have 5 on the Ordo, but I guess it's not the end of the world. That really should have been 6, but maybe it was like a rounding error or something. I knew I was running a risk by just doing one little bit off. But anyway, we have a nice thing set up down here. So let's craft something, shall we? One of the first things I'm going to want to do is set up, let's see, where's my Thaumic? We'll put you in there for now. This guy, the V charging relay. So we're going to need a V relay, we're going to need a couple great wood logs, and a couple iron nuggets. This is cool. It basically will allow us to automatically recharge any wand inside our arcane guy right here. So you can see this wand, obviously, right, is constantly getting drained. So we're not going to leave him in there. We're actually going to create something new for this, but let's get the V charging relay first. So first, V relay. So we're going to need a balanced shard, which we should have some of here. Cool. I'm just going to snag 4 of them and let that rebalance itself. And then we're going to want some iron. So let's make a few of these because we're definitely going to want them. Oh, you get 2 of them. Neat. Well, we have plenty now. And the other thing we're going to want is some great wood logs. That I can handle. Not exactly sure what the recipe is, but I'm assuming it's something like, oh, that's not it. Maybe it's this and this and that. Nope, those are normal sticks. All right, how do I make great wood log sticks? Because I didn't even know those existed. Ah, like that. Okay. Well, now we know. That gets you 1. We're going to need 2. So 1, 2 with iron. And one of the V relays. Insufficient V. What am I short on? Probably Ordo. I'm going to charge this up just a little bit. Whoops. Where's some Ordo? There we go. That's just enough. I purposely wanted this wand to be pretty much empty when I set this up. So if we put this here... He shouldn't connect. Okay, good. He doesn't connect to the one below him. Now, here's one of the first things I want to figure out. Can this thing go through blocks? So if I pop this guy here... That's cool. Now, does this need to be here? All right, so no, it doesn't. Awesome. So he can't probably go through blocks, which is fine-ish. We're going to see how we can tweak this a little bit. Is there a note on here about how to get this to go through blocks? I'm just curious. I'm guessing it's in here. Yes. All right, so according to the entry, the range is 8 blocks. I'm going to pop this guy up here. I'm going to put one there. I don't think this will connect, right, through the floor. But we're going to try something and see if we can't get it. So actually this thing's right here. So this should connect. Cool. Yep. And we're going to move this guy to there like that. Nice. Now, how about... I'm thinking, let's do this. You ready? Let's take our diamond saw and cut this. We're going to try both covers and hollow covers and see if this beam can go through either of them. You ready? So right now, if we put a cover here, is that going to cut off my beam? Yes, it will. However, if I put a hollow cover, I mean, I'm guessing that would have to be like, maybe work? Not cutting it off so far. Nice. That's cool. That's cool. All right. I am really glad that works. Awesome. So I'm going to put a hollow cover here as well, just so it looks fancy from below. Oh yeah, look at that. Awesome. And let's get our beam running across to here. So let's say there to there. Nice, look at that. And now you can see it's charging the wand inside this little station here. How cool is that? So that's awesome. Look at it go. Nice. The beam is a little bit muted by the fact that I guess there's glass above it. Not the end of the world. But that's cool. What if I put another one here just for the sake of that's coolness? Yeah, that's what we want. Oh, that's neat looking, huh? All right, so that's going to keep the wand charged. You can see like the color of the beam tells you what kind of V is flowing through it. So right now we've got Ordo and Ignis flowing through, so that's why it's kind of got a red and a white beam to it. Ordo is going to be the slowest to recharge, so you know, that's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, 5 is not that much of a difference from 6. It was just my target. So we'll let that finish up, and there we go. Now you can see Ordo's the only V flowing through. That is cool looking. All right, so now that we've got that going, this wand can constantly be recharged here, but we're probably not even going to hang on to this thing for too long. We're going to do some upgrades still. So let me put some things away, and we will come right back. So the next thing I want to make is going to make it so that I no longer have to keep putting my Thaumic Ball Silverwood wand in here. In the past, you would just make another wand to work with this thing, but that's not what we're going to do this time. We're going to take a look at a new item called crafting scepters. These are specialized tools. They can only craft, so you can't use them as wands, and you can't attach foci to them, and you can't do a lot of the things that normal wands can do, but they do sit in a crafting bench and craft. That's their dedicated task. And as a result, they're going to have an additional 10% V discount above what it would normally do, and they're able to hold 50% more, so they can hold up to 150 V of each type rather than the 100 that a normal wand can hold. Cool. So crafting scepters are pretty much specialized to do crafting. So we're going to do just a little bit of crafting here to get this ready. We're going to want the top tier one, right, the Thaumic Ball Silverwood. So we're going to need a Silverwood rod, which is Silverwood log with all these shards around it with all kinds of different aspects ready to go. And then we're also going to want to have probably the charged Thaumium caps, which is going to need some Salus Mundus, Aurum and Potentia, and the inert Thaumium caps, which are just, you know, Thaumium, and that's not too bad. So let me get some of the stuff prepared here to get that going, and we'll be back. Alright guys, so clearly step 1. Let's do the thing with the stuff. I'm going to go snag this guy, put him there, and dun 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 dun. So we should have all the, you know, essentia that we need. I just kind of did a couple things here. Nothing too fancy off camera. Just getting all this stuff ready. Uh-oh. You know what? I should set up some stabilization stuff around here. That would probably not be a terrible idea at this point. If I'm going to be doing more infusions, I should stabilize this altar, to be totally honest with you. Let's keep an eye on things and make sure we don't have any other explosions. Any other unforeseen consequences to doing magic. Let me tell you, having those magic node things like handy and ready to go in here, pretty awesome. Like right now, I'll just take half a stack and be like, alright, go ahead, cook it up. And they'll automatically be populated again. That's cool. Alright, so far so good. The last of the shards are getting sucked in. I think we're cool. Nice. Ta-da! So just in case you guys forget, in order to make Salus Mundus, all you have to do is smelt these balance shards, and Salus Mundus. So just so you guys have a clear understanding of the new setup that we've got here. Ta-da! Cool things happen. We put this in here because we don't have a new wand yet, but watch, as soon as I pull the Primal Charm out, boom, automatically, beam, recharge, go. This thing's recharging nice and quick. Gotta love that beam recharge capacitor thing. It's cool. And let's see, I'm actually curious to see like how far behind the Ordo Charger is. It barely looks like it's behind at all, doesn't it? Like it actually almost looks like it's, yeah, look at that. Cool, that's neat. So that Ordo being less thing doesn't really seem like that big a deal. Alright guys, I just came up with a little bit of a crazy idea, and I think I'm going to try it out. I actually did not plan on doing this episode, but as I was working towards getting my Salus Mundus and, you know, infusing these charged Thaumium caps, it occurs to me I need more Aurum. And, the only way you really can get Aurum is either from killing Wisps or from breaking Aura nodes. Now, we really don't need any more Aura nodes, so I could fly around and break a bunch of Aura nodes, but that occurred to me. I wonder what I could do. If I could do something cool with Wisps. Let's pop over to the Nether, shall we? I'm going to look around and find a Wisp. I spy Wisps. Come here, Wisp. Get captured in my Safari net. This is harder than it looks, actually. I hope I can catch a Wisp in a Safari net. I don't even know. Safari net's like working, right? Let's try this Wisp. Hold still. Alright guys, so interestingly enough, it looks like Wisps are blacklisted for Safari Net, so you cannot capture them. However, as you may recall, if you happen to find one of these nifty little Thaumcraft constructs, there is a Thaumcraft Wisp spawner inside this little building. So, let's see if we can't snag it and abuse it. So let's make ourselves a special kind of dolly. It's called the Diamond Dolly, and it allows you to move spawners. I am going to go and get that spawner that I found. He's off in the southeasterly direction. I think that's him. That way. Be right back. Here we go. Dun 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 dun. Nice. Alright, and back home. So I'm not sure if these guys require darkness or not to spawn. So we're just going to test something real quick. I'm just going to place that thing right there. You'll also notice, by the way, all covers that were chisel covers have, during the update, I think got a little bit weird. So I'm going to have to replace them. But I'm going to let this sit here, and now it's daylight. So we're going to see if any mobs spawn during the day. If light prevents these from spawning, good. If not, not the end of the world. I have another approach I can take to get these wisps. Alright guys, so through a little bit of experimentation processes, I've discovered that it does look like this thing requires darkness in order for the wisps to spawn. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like, you know, some of the other spawners that exist out there that they can spawn during the day. So, let's snag a bit of this. We will smelt this stuff up, and I'm going to make some darkened glass. There we go. And we'll get a few more of them. One more set ought to do it. A few more blackout curtains, and nice. This should be plenty now. So let's replace this stuff with darkened glass. So we'll pop out 4, put in 4. Pop out 4, put in 4. Ah. There we go, and nice, look at that. Now we've got spawn in action going on. So you'll see that they'll spawn, they'll die, and then we'll get some wispy essence. That sounds cool. I'll take that. So I'm interested in letting that run for a bit and just see how well we do with it. But that will at least get me the Aurum that I need to proceed. And then I might make that a little bit fancier in the future. At least that's kind of my plan. We're going to have to see how well it works by itself, and then maybe, like I said, a little bit more fanciness going on in the future might not be a terrible thing. So now I think I've got enough Aurum to get what I want done. So I'm going to infuse my Thermium caps with the proper stuff. So I believe it's 3 Salus Mundus, 1, 2, 3, and my wand at the ready. Sweet. I just want to double check what I need in here besides. I think I need Potentia, and I don't think I've got enough of that at the moment. Nope. So let's get like half a stack of charcoal. Should be plenty for Potentia. So that's got Potentia on it, right? Yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to drop that half a stack right in here. Or the full stack, even. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to cook that up into just pure Potentia. Alright, I've got enough to make the first one, which I'll make on camera, and then we'll do the rest off. So that should be good. Cool. And I've got just enough Aurum in there. You'll see there should be 12 left after that goes away. That's enough for the other 2 of these Thaumic caps that we're going to need. Like I said, I'm going to look at stabilizing this altar too. So I'll be back in a minute. Next set of 3. Ready to go. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to have a pretty fancy crafting scepter ready to go. Let's make it. So 1, 2, 3 with the primal charm and the silver wood. And then I just put this guy in there and boom. Nice. You'll notice I'm going to let this guy recharge in our old thing, but the crafting scepter now is going to start filling up at a pretty good speed. So, and we'll let this guy fill up over here. Nice. That's cool. So now the crafting scepter is pretty much always ready to operate. We're never going to have to take it out because we're only going to use it to craft with. It'll always stay charged because we've got this awesome setup going on. And otherwise, I think everything's pretty cool. Looks like there's just a little bit of a rendering glitch here. I wonder if I break and replace, if that'll fix that. You can see I moved things around a little bit. There we go. Now everybody's happy, right? Ah, much better. Excellent. So that thing's recharging. I think we've got a cool setup here, guys. And this thing should be almost done filling up. Nice. Might want to do one more thing. I think I want to make a focus pouch. I just need some gold and a mundane belt. So that's leather and gold. How am I for leather? I should be good on leather, right? Gold. Let's make ourselves the mundane belt. Did I forget that recipe already? Ah, upside down. There we go, with gold on the top, and this guy, sweet, focus pouch. That's what I want. This guy's going to hang out in my inventory at all times, and any foci that I want or have access to, when I remove them from the wand now, are going to go directly in the pouch. Ta-da! No foci in the inventory, but they do go into the pouch. Sweet. And then if I remove that, it should also go into the pouch. But the pouch can, of course, give access to the wand. So just by having that, because we're going to check out some new foci really soon, because there's some cool stuff that is available now that we have the newer versions of Thaumic, which I'm really excited about. So this thing should be filling up, no problemo, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, to get this going, we're going to first make a Primal Charm. And you should notice that it's even less expensive than it was before, courtesy of this extra boost we get. Hooray! But of course, it's going to automatically go ahead and recharge itself. Sweet. We're also going to want this guy, and we want a table. And let's see now. Do I have everything I need for Focal Manipulator? Primal Charm, gold, iron, stone blocks, arcane stone slab. Okay. Awesome. Arcane stone slab. I was not prepared for. So, these guys, that one, iron and gold on the bottom. Put this and this. Sweet. Focal manipulation. Awesome. I'm going to probably want this thing to hang out right over here. That sounds like a nice place. Boom. The focal manipulator is cool. We can use it to upgrade the foci on our wands, and we're going to do just that. So let's get our foci out of the focus pouch that we just got, and let's see what upgrades are available. So for example, if we want to upgrade the portable hole, there's a few things we can do. We can make it frugal. The upgrade reduces the V cost of activating the focus's powers by 10%. Enlarge, ooh, how large an area this focus's power can affect, and increases the number of targets affected. That's cool. And the duration of the effects. Oh man, I really want enlarge. Let's try it. So let's note that I have 22 levels of experience. I'm going to click enlarge here, and you'll see that for an experience cost of 8, we're also going to need just a little bit of Ordo, Air, and Terra. We can click this start upgrade button, and what that's going to do is it's going to drain from the nearby V relay. Let's give it a shot. So I want to enlarge, go. Sweet. Now, it's not a particularly fast process, and do note that the more upgrades you stack on this thing, the more expensive they become. So, not too bad. Nice. We just got Enlarge Tier 1. Let's try it out. I can't wait. Oh, why are you only 3x3 still? I thought that Enlarge would have made you a wider area. That's exactly what I expected it to do, but nope. That's unfortunate. Maybe it just goes further back? Or maybe it's bugged. That could also be it. Let's see. Definitely has enlarge on it. Incidentally, I wonder if I can scan it if it's a new item. Nope. Not count as a new item. Just curious. So it's still 3x3, right? Maybe it just goes deeper into the dirt. I'm not a master expert at this thing, but doesn't look like it's any deeper. Let's get out of here. Alright, well maybe it needs more enlarged levels before it really is better. So let's check it out. So I just snagged a little bit of free experience from my experience farm. Let's upgrade this guy with another level. So I'm pretty sure that he's always going to have the same 3. Now, other wand upgrades might have different types of upgrades that do different cool things, even some really special stuff. So the portable hole isn't a good one to demonstrate early, I guess, but this is going to require 16 levels now and a bit more power. So let's get another level of enlarge going and see what happens. So here's something I'm thinking. Let's take a look at the wand focus of equal trade. This one has a special upgrade later down the line, so I want you to see it. First off, we're going to do this one, and real quick, I'm going to pop over and get myself a little bit more experience. I think I'm going to need in total, I don't know, a bunch. That should be fine. There we go. And another enlarge, go. That leaves me with 32 left. Now, the third one's going to be pretty expensive in terms of experience levels, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if it's 32 or 24 that I need next. I want to say it's 24, but I might be wrong. Nice. You can see there's special stuff here now. So just before we had frugal and enlarge, that's the same stuff. But now we've got treasure, which actually acts like looting. So if you like equal trade diamonds, the diamond block that you equal trade with will act like a treasure block, and you'll get, you know, extra diamonds out of it. But that's not what I want. I want architect. This upgrade gives a lot more control over the area of certain foci effect. The exact area will be displayed on your screen, and you can use G or Shift G to allow you to toggle which dimensions you change. That sounds cool. And G changes the size. So let's do it. 24 is what I need, and we need a lot more V cost here. So let's kick this thing off. So you'll notice that a bunch of V is coming out of that node downstairs. Remember, I told you it's a good idea to have all your base aspects there. That's especially useful here and at the wand charge station, because obviously we need a lot of different aspects, right? So this is going to actually take a good minute or two to, you know, do its thing for architect. So we'll come back in a minute when we're ready to check out what architect does. All right, looks like our architect upgrade is complete. Let's take a look. I can't wait to try this out. So architect upgrade. Oh, look at that. So you can see that number one, it's a much larger area than it used to affect. Let's actually jump downstairs here and see this from a grander scale. Wow, that is serious business there. Look at that. The radius that it can affect is huge. Let's see. Nice. Now if I shift F, or no, that's supposed to be shift G. My bad. Shift G. Aha, up and down. That's cool. So you can see that center thing in the middle there changing. And then if I just hit G, it should change what size of an area I can affect. That is neat. That is very neat. So there you go. Those are the kind of upgrades that you can apply to all kinds of cool stuff. So there's a lot of different things that you can get on your wand foci, and we're going to check out some of them as we progress through the series. But now that we've got the focal manipulator, we can really start doing some cool stuff. There's nothing else too fancy that gets to go on. Oh man, that is just cool looking. That goes on this wand. You can get equal trade on there at the very last upgrade. You can see there's 5 upgrade slots. So we could put another enlarge if we wanted even more radius. And at the very end, we could either do another enlarge, frugal, or I believe silk touch. So it would silk touch any blocks that you pick up. Not too much of a worry for me. So this next enlarge, by the way, should cost 32 experience, which I currently don't have, of course. So I'm not going to worry about. We might upgrade that again, or we might not. Still not sure why this thing isn't working entirely. I would have expected this to work, but maybe there's just like a weird bug that's causing it not to. I don't know. Anyway, for now, Direwolf20 signing off. We'll be checking out some more focal upgrades and wand stuff, maybe next episode or maybe in the future. I'm also going to look into, let's see real quick before we wrap up the episode here, how this is doing. See, not many ethereal essences coming through from the vanilla spawner, probably because I haven't even been close enough to it throughout most of the episode. I've been all the way over in that building, and I think that's too far away for a vanilla mob spawner to spawn mobs. So we're going to want to come up with a better approach to spawn things more aggressively. We'll see what we can come up with. But like I said, for now, it's wrapping up time. So hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.